Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2019 mid-month general reading. Thank you for joining us here today. Welcome to anybody new. Thanks for all your support and shares and likes and comments and feedback. Thanks to all of my clients out there, regular and new. You guys are awesome. It's always an honor and a pleasure to read for all of you. Thank you. If any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can get more info and contact details by clicking on the description bar of any of the videos I post, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the little About button there. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact with more info. And I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So turnaround time for scheduling personal readings is usually pretty good. I work pretty diligently with people's schedules to get them a reading as quickly as possible. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll go from there. I do a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths and costs in all the main areas of life. Love and romance, of course, compatibility charting, reconciliation potential, career work and finance, as well as investment, 6 and 12-month overviews, which are particularly popular this time of year. Takes a look at what's coming in over the next 6 or 12 months in all the main areas of your life, depending on how far ahead you want to look. So something to consider. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, which is good for fast answers to the fast, easier questions. That link is also provided. All right, let's move right into this reading. This is for the water sign of Cancer for the remainder of January 2019. So we're looking at the last couple of weeks. Watch your rising and moon sign videos if you know them as well, because they can provide additional clarification. So let's see how the month continues to play out for you, Cancer. All right, Cancer, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which you had in the beginning of the month reading for the overall month as well, more towards the end of the month. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which I believe you also had. And we have the Emperor. Ooh, I'm feeling this as an actual person. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Tower. So I know a lot of people clench up when they see the Tower card energy, because it often, not always, but often represents the breaking down, dissolution, or ending of a situation which you thought for maybe quite some time was solid, stable, and reliable, because the Tower can usually, the Tower represents divine timing and orchestration. God, Spirit, the angels, and guides coming in to affect this major change, because it absolutely needs to happen. Something needs to end so that something else can begin. And you know what? I feel like even though this typically represents divine timing and orchestration, I feel like you had a hand in this, Cancer, but in a good way. I feel like, so your beginning of the month reading, which was a general overall of January, I felt like there was a situation in your finances, work, or career, or in a relationship for some of you, where you wanted to move something to the next level of more security, stability, continuity, etc. But the other side was not on board, or they were being hesitant about it, or actually kind of feeling like maybe they had options that they, in an immature kind of way, that they didn't really have. And you may not have been seeing the situation kind of realistically, which is what was keeping you in it. So it looks like here, the Queen of Pentacles, which you got in terms of energetic readings, meaning that the Queen of Pentacles, while it may represent an earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising for a lot of you, I felt it was more applicable to you in the energy of this card, which is somebody who is secure. She's capable, resourceful. She's secure in herself, stable both with money and finances. She's secure in her home and her family life. She's worked hard to build up this sense of security and stability. She cares very much about others in a very capable, resourceful way, and herself as well. So this is a card about somebody who's at the top of her game in terms of stability in the area, in all areas of her life. Now, and this was what you needed to face your fears about in order to get to, and that may have involved looking at a situation more realistically and perhaps making a decision or giving an ultimatum, if this isn't going anywhere further, then perhaps this is time to kind of walk away from this. You have the Seven of Pentacles in terms of reflection and assessment too. It's stuck at the 7 when I really want it to grow to a 10. Does it really have the chance, the realistic chance of actually getting to a 10? I feel like with the Ace of Swords here, there's been some new ideas, maybe an epiphany, some information coming to light, truth, knowledge, seeing something for the truth of what it really is, which you may have been struggling with prior to this. The Seven of Pentacles reflection and assessment is clarified by the Emperor. So this can represent self-control, self-discipline, which is what it takes to achieve more stability and security as well. It's about making the best decision towards the ultimate outcome, because that's what the Emperor does. He sometimes sacrifices his temporary emotions in order for the greater good, because every decision he makes affects a wide variety of people or issues. So he's about evaluating everything and making the decision based on what's best and what's possible for the health of whatever it is he's looking at, particularly down the road. This can also represent, I feel like for a lot of you, this represents the other person or the other side. They may be very self-controlled, maybe kind of domineering or stubborn. It might be an Aries individual. And again, I feel like there's this taking stock kind of energy, maybe seeing this relationship or this situation in a new light, maybe getting some new information about it. And this Tower card energy comes in. Now, the Tower card always represents that whatever the change is, whether it's, something that can be quite difficult or challenging, like the end of a relationship or a job or something of that sort, or it represents something positive, like winning the lottery, or something which is a complete game changer. It's always divinely timed and divinely orchestrated. It is absolutely meant to end. And this could be because you're meant to move on. This is in one way or another, it's so that you can be put on a path, so that you have the opportunity to get yourself on a path that leads to what you truly do want, which may involve letting go of something that you don't necessarily want to let go of, even though it's not making you happy, because it's not really going to get you where you want to go. And sometimes when we don't let go, Spirit's like, this is not meant to be part of your path, so they come in and affect those changes for you. But I feel here in the Tower that while the Tower may have the Tower effects, I feel like many of you made a decision or are making a decision during the month of January that maybe, to end a situation or to blow up a situation by perhaps, saying, look, if this isn't going to turn out to be what I need, if it's a relationship or a job or work, whatever it is, I need to make a decision to walk away from it, because I need to put myself on a path that holds the realistic potential of having what I need in my life to make me feel happy and fulfilled. And so while this Tower card energy come in, it is in effect the opportunity given by the universe. I feel like you did it, you're doing it, and it is a difficult thing for you to do, and it represents clear thinking and insight on your part with the clarifying cards, the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords, which is a hard-won victory. I feel like for those of you who are making a decision to end or walk away from something, whether it's a permanent walking away or whether the other side gets a clue and ends up coming back shortly, you make this decision because it's best for you in the long run, and that really represents a victory for you. And I feel like even though it may be challenging for a minute, because we're looking at just the last half of January, that it's going to play out well, and I feel like it may play out and end up playing out well a little bit into February. It's interesting. I've got that same distinctive timing impression off a few other signs. I think Leo, I think Aries. Let's see what the next breath of energy is following this. A little peek ahead. We have the King of Cups, and then the Fool came out first. We have the Fool and then the King of Cups. In relationships, this might be the person, maybe you made a stand, and you made a stand that was best, even though it may have been difficult. this could be this new beginning, this potential new beginning coming in, stepping out. This is about taking a leap of faith and stepping into fear, stepping out of your comfort zone even. It could be that the person you made this stand against and had to regretfully, lovingly, painfully walk away from, they may be getting a clue shortly in the month of February and coming back. If not, I feel like there is a new person coming in, maybe somebody different than your normal archetype. Again, it's a beautiful new opportunity presenting itself. How you take it from here on out is up to you. If this is a job, work, career situation, again, I feel like there is a brand new opportunity coming in. It's almost like right on the heels of this. So again, and I found myself saying this to a couple of different signs, Cancer, I feel like regardless of how it plays out now, this challenging energy is more temporary, and either something gets reconciled within this situation or there's some beautiful new different opportunity coming almost right on its heels. But good for you, Cancer, for those of you who make or will be making a difficult decision based on what you really think is right in the long run for you. Because that does represent a victory for you. And this energy, while maybe challenging for the last couple of weeks of January, I hope I didn't say December. This is for January, but sometimes we have those verbal problems transitioning from one end of one year to the beginning of the next. I feel like Spirit, I hate to say rewarding you for it, because I don't feel like there's a great scorekeeper there. But I feel it, but it's karmic energy and karmic balance being restored, whether it's a reconciliation of an existing or past situation, or something new coming in, because I feel like you're going to end the month just fine, and I feel like February is where things really come together, and I feel like it does quite quickly. So Cancer, that pretty much wraps up your mid-month reading for January 2019. I hope it's been useful and helpful. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, live or recorded, please email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. You can get more contact details and info by clicking on the description bar of any of the videos I post, going to my YouTube channel's homepage and clicking on that little about button. I look forward to hearing from you, those of you that are interested. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the February 2019 general readings. Until then, Cancer, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, happiness, a beautiful start to this beautiful new year, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.